Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Here we begin the Ekadashodhyayaha, 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There are two angles from which the knowledge has to be confirmed. The understanding has to be doubt-free. This is called as Anvaya Vyatireka. For example, the ornaments cannot exist without gold, and the gold can exist without ornaments. Therefore, gold is real and ornaments are existing in the gold, and because their presence or absence doesn't make any difference to the gold, therefore their position is two ways. Either they are illusions or they are the extensions. Like the extensions, like the waves are not a load on the ocean, or when the waves are not there, the ocean doesn't lose anything. So ocean's existence is independent of waves. Waves cannot exist without ocean. Further, now what are the waves? So two ways of looking at it. Either waves are illusions. That means they don't exist but they appear. What exists is the ocean. And what appears is ocean appearing as the wave. In the same manner, the reality is the absolute. In this absolute reality, the position of the relativity can be looked upon from two directions. One, that relativity is only imagined, projection, and has no value whatsoever, and therefore discard, is one view. Second thing, this will be the Vyatirek approach, discard. It is not real, it is an illusion. Second is that the relativity is nothing but the extension of the absolute. Gold extended is called as the ornaments. And therefore, we must love the ornaments as much as we love the gold. See the difference? When we discard the ornaments as illusion, they are not real, it's only the name and the form, we will like to discard them. Be indifferent, don't give value, because it is illusion. Now, can you live in this world that the world is an illusion? If we live in this world taking the world as an illusion, we will never have the experience of fulfillment and love with the world. Then what is the option left now? Option is that we are able to recognize that this world is nothing but the expansion of that same reality. And that doesn't mean that the reality is dependent on the extension called the world. No. So this way, complete understanding alone is the perfect understanding, and this is what in the 10th chapter Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvataha. So what is the vision given by the Lord? Don't take this world as an illusion, but take this world as my own extension, this is my glory. See? Therefore, he who recognizes me, attributeless reality, as his essential self, and he also recognizes that the whole world is nothing but my glory, my own extension, he alone is firmly rooted in the divine experience, not otherwise. So, this is the foundation on which the 10th and 11th chapters are developed. So what we have seen in the 10th, first let us start from the 7th and the 9th chapter. In the 7th and the 9th chapter we have seen the reality as the essence behind the plurality. Then in the 11th chapter we have seen the reality without losing its essence is expressing as multitude. And therefore we have to recognize the multitude, the manyness, the plurality, the duality is nothing but Paramatma. And for that we were given the training. How to see the divine in this world. And the principle was given. What is the principle? Ultimately, yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam Shrimad urjitameva va tat tadeva vagachatvam mama tejamsha sambhavam. So whatever you see in this world, Shrimad urjitam eva va, with some distinction in existence, sattvam existence. So whatever you see in this world as existing with distinction, understand that distinction is my manifestation through that existence. And ultimately Bhagavan said in the 10th chapter, Athava bahunaitena kim jnatena vartavarjuna. Arjuna, what will you get by knowing so many things? Because Vishtabhyahamidam Krishnam ekam shena sthito jagat. The whole world is contained in a fraction of me. I am infinite. So when this was said, Bhagavataha vibhutayaha uktaha. Tatra cha Vishtabhyahamidam Krishnam ekam shena sthito jagat iti Bhagavata abhihitam shrutva jad jagadatma rupam madhyam aishwaram tat sakshat kartum icchan. Arjuna vacha. So, in the last chapter, what are the vibhutis of the Lord was said. And toward the end, when Bhagavan said that all of these are existing in me, just in a fraction of me, ekam shena. So, padosya vishva bhutani ekam shena. Therefore, iti bhagavata abhitam, when this was said by the Lord, Shrutva having heard, ijat jagadatma rupam adyam aishwaram, what is your that form, that roop, which is containing the whole world in you, that I want to see. So what is the 10th chapter? Bhagavan is spread over in this world. What is the 11th chapter? The whole world is inside the Bhagavan. See? Now go back to the 9th chapter. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina masthani sarvabhutani. Masthani sarvabhutani, 11th chapter. Everything is in me. And Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina, 10th chapter. Oh, understood. Then in the 13th chapter Bhagavan will say, nacha masthani bhutani paschame yoga maheshwaram. Don't get carried away. So here we are in this state. Masthani sarva bhutani. Everything is in me. So this is all inclusive vision. Now to make this point clear, let us analyze one of our experience. Whatever is included by us in the definition of I, that is loved by us as it is. See how true it is. There was one lady, long time back, and she was working in a military establishment, some clerk or like that, and a very huge structure. So she used to tell me, Swamiji, will you please tell me what is the way I can reduce my weight? I said, go to the doctor and remove the contents of your stomach. Then only you will become less. You have become so fat. And then it so happened, she went to the doctor. And she has undergone all the tests. And they found in that there is some kind of huge fibroid in her stomach. And because of that, she was bulged. So then she was operated and the whole thing came out. Bigger than the size of a football. She has never known that it is there. When it was taken out, the doctor said, do you like to see? No, I don't want to see what is that. As long as it was inside, it was I, isn't it? Anything which is included in the definition of I is loved without reason. Why? Because I love myself. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Now imagine that Lord who includes everything in Him. Now from this understanding, now you read the statement again. Samoham sarva bhuteshu na me dveshosti na priyaha. Is it not? Don't we have the same attitude? Samoham sarva bhuteshu, the mouth, the tongue which takes the food inside, and the other end which takes out the dirt outside. Do we have any kind of hatred to the scheduled caste? No. It's one and the same. Therefore, the only vision which can really help us grow is this vision. Include everything in us. Then there is nobody as someone other, somebody friend, somebody enemy, no. Therefore, mitre shatrau putre bandhau ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau. Don't create friends and enemies. Don't create near dears and others. So, this divine form of the Lord, sakshat kartum icchan, desiring to see that, 11th chapter begins with the Arjuna statement. Arjuna uvacha madanugrahaya paramam guhyamadhyatma sanjnitam yastva yoktam vachastena mohoyam vigato mama. Now Arjuna says, mad anugrahaya, mad anugrahartham. See the beginning of the 10th chapter, what Bhagavan has told Arjuna. See, bhuya eva mahabaho shrunu me paramam vachaha yatteham priyamanaya vakshami hitakamyaya. For your own good, out of sheer compassion and love, Arjun, again I am telling you this wonderful knowledge about me. So Arjun here acknowledges, yes, madanugrahaya mama anugrahartham paramam niratishayam paramam guhyam niratishayam gopyam. The supreme secret. And what is the supreme secret? Called as Adhyatma Sanjnitam, Atma, Anatma, Viveka, Vishayam. Therefore, what is the now supreme secret in this world? Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. The supreme secret is this. How to live in this world is ordinary secret. How to live in this world so that we can make our next life, higher worlds beautiful. It is mediocre secret. And what is our essential nature? Having reached where yadgatva nanivartante tadhama paramam mama. That is the supreme secret. So, O Lord, Madanugrahaya, for blessing me, for my own benefit, you had told me the supreme secret of life called as Adhyatma, which is Atma Anatma Viveka Vishayam, which is regarding what is the Atma, what is the Anatma. So, what was the Atma Anatma Viveka Jnanam in the 10th chapter? See, Bhagavan says, Bhavanti bhava bhutanam mattaiva pratakvidaha. So, all the things are existing in me. And yo maham ajam anadim chavetyi loka maheshwaram. So, although everything is existing in me, yet they are not touching me. In this manner, etam vibhutim yogam cha. This is what is the Adhyatma Jnana you have told us. So, yat tvaya uktam vachaha vakyam, whatever was told by you, the vachaha, the vakyam, the discourse, tena vachasa, by that knowledge, by that discourse, by that telling, moha ayam vigataha mama aviveka buddhi apagata ityartaha. Now my delusion has gone. The moment you say the delusion has gone, it is there. Isn't it? This is the beauty. Had the delusion gone, there was no need for the 12th chapter onward. See? Because when again he makes the same statement in the 18th chapter, and after he makes the statement, Bhagavad Gita concludes. So here when he says, Moho ayam vigutu, so don't get carried away. Oh, you know, the highest illusion is the illusion of wisdom. So here also Arjuna starts imagining, now all my delusion has gone. I have now established myself in Tavikampa Yoga. And small little thing happens here and there, again the kampanam begins. No, that is okay in the class, it's okay in the study, but in actual life it is not possible. That is how in this world it is such fun to watch the whole cinema going on. When this knowledge is not practiced in life, it becomes a load. In one place, Bhagavan Shankara gives this example, or some other Mahatma. Somewhere I read, a donkey carrying the load of the sandalwood on his back. So, what will be the only thought going on in the mind of the donkey? When do I throw it? That's it. Isn't it? But it is the sandalwood. People put it on their forehead. It is so expensive. It is so rare. Because it doesn't know what it is. Only a load. In the same manner, this knowledge becomes only a load if we do not practice in our life. When it becomes load, it declares, now I know everything. Yadi manyase suvedeti dabrahmevapi nunam tvam vetta brahmano rupam. If you think that you know everything, you know nothing. Therefore, mohoyam vigato mama. When Arjuna said this, Bhagavan Krishna must be smiling. Acha, very good. So smart, you have understood now everything. Moho vajam vigato. Because when he will see the terrible form of the Vishwarup, Again he said, hey, what are you doing? I am so afraid. The one who doesn't have delusion doesn't get afraid anything in life. So, moho vayam vigato mama. So, my aviveka buddhi apagata ityartaha. Now, I have no aviveka. I have given up this delusion once for all. And continuing further, kincha bhavapyayau hi bhutanam Shrutau vistarasho maya Tvatta kamala patraksha Mahatmyamapi chavyayam. So he is giving the list what he has learned in the last chapter. So first, Adhyatma Sannitam Paramam Guhyam Yastvaya Uktam Tena Mama Mohaha Vigataha. First thing I heard. Now second thing, Bhutanam Bhava Appyayauhi Bhava Utpatti Appyaha Pralayaha Bhutanam Tau Bhavapyayo Shrutau Vistarashaha Maya Na Sankshepadaha. So, O Lord, from you I have heard how the whole world is created, how it is maintained in you, how it goes back to you. Bhavapyayo hi bhutanam. So he, by this word he, we can include also the maintenance. So how the whole world is created, existing and dissolves in you, that I have seen or heard, Shrutau Vistarashaha, exhaustively. Na Sankshepadaha, not in short, from where Tvattaha, Tvatsakashat, from you directly I have heard everything regarding the creation, etc. And who are you? Now he says Kamalapatraksha. See, Kamalapatraksha, Kamalasya Patram, Kamalapatram, Tadvat, Akshriyasya Sattvam, Kamalapatrakshaha. Hey Kamalapatraksha, the one whose eyes are like the petals of the lotus flower. So, to that Kamalapatraksha, O Lord, Mahatmyam apicha avyayam akshayam shrutam iti anuvartate. The shrutam iti anuvartate. So, that also I have heard. What you have heard? Mahatmyam. Mahatmya is the vibhuti, the glory, the greatness. How you are supporting the whole world and yet nobody recognizes your presence in this world. See, when we go and see a temple, the kalasha, the top portion, is seen from a long distance, and people look at it and do namaskar, and they will put lot of gold on that. Everybody can see it. But the whole edifice is standing on the foundation stone which is never seen anywhere. See? In the same manner, O Lord, you are the foundation of this multiplicity. And that avyayam, that unchanging foundation, also I have heard about it from you. And it is you alone who is expanding as the glory of multiplicity. So by these two, Mahatmyam and Avyayam, by these two words, Arjuna is bringing these two aspects, that you are the support, the substratum, and you are the supported. Sutre Manigana Iva, that also I have heard from you from the 7th chapter. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. That also I have heard from you. After having said this, now he gives the certificate to the Lord. Eva me tadyatha tattvam आत्मानं परमेश्वर द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम. Evam etad. Yes, whatever you say, the same way. Evam etad. No anyatha. So whatever you are told about yourself in the 4th chapter onwards, why every chapter Bhagavan has told? Same thing. In the 3rd chapter he said that Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. In the 4th chapter he told that ajopi sannavyayatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim samadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Then in the 5th chapter also Bhagavan said the same, that Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram surudam sarvabhutanam jnatva mam shantim ruchyati. In the 6th chapter also Bhagavan said the same thing. Sarvabhutasthamatmanam sarvabhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshinaha. 7th chapter, the same thing he says. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchalasti dhananjaya mais sarvamidam sutre maniyana protam. Then in the 8th chapter, the same thing. How the yogis remember me. Kavim puranam manushasitaram. And then in the 9th chapter, maya tatamidam sarvam. In the 10th chapter, etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yoveti tatvataha. See, in every chapter Bhagavan has told about himself as the ultimate reality. All that summarizing together, now Arjun Maharaj says, evam etat na anyatha yena prakarena athak katayasi. So whatever you are told about yourself, that alone is exactly like that. It cannot be improved upon. Therefore, we don't have, like, New Testament, Old Testament. We don't have the new Bhagavad Gita and old Bhagavad Gita. There are people who are doing that. I was in Calcutta. Bengalis are very innovative. And one person has given me this book, Yathartha Gita. And in that Yathartha Gita, he has kept only 135 verses. And all other verses, he said, they are not required, they are interpolations. Interpolations means added later. So they are usually, this is only Bhagavad Gita, and you are talking on Bhagavad Gita, so you should follow my Bhagavad Gita. So I said, then I'll have to change, instead of Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhattacharya Uvacha. See? So, evam etad na anyatha yena prakarena atha kathayasi tvam atmanam parameshwara. Whichever way you have declared yourself to be, in the same manner, tathapi drashtumichhami te tava rupam. In the same thing what you are told, I am desirous of seeing that divine form of yours. Now see, we all go to the temple and all that. How many of us have asked this question to the Lord? We go with a big list. और लड़की का शादी करा देना, and after that one coconut. And by the way, don't forget, I have purchased a lottery ticket also. So they will take the lottery ticket, touch it in front of the Lord and bring it back. It doesn't click. See, he says, I want to see the divine form of yours. What is that divine form? Jnana, Aishwarya, Shakti, Balavirya, Tejo, Bihi, Sampannam, Aishwaram. So the ultimate knowledge, ultimate power, ultimate glory, ultimate strength and ultimate inspiration, ultimate expression. Sampannam Aishwaryam Vaishnavam Rupam Purushottama. Hey Purushottama, that we want to see. And Bhagavan explains the meaning of Purushottama in the 15th chapter. Yasmat ksharamati ham aksharaadapi chottamaha atosmi loke vede cha prathitaha purushottamaha. Because I am beyond the kshara and the akshara. So in the 15th chapter he talks about these two as the pullinga, kshara purusha, akshara purusha. In the 7th chapter, para prakriti, apara prakriti, feminine. And in the 13th chapter, kshetra, kshetrajna, the neuter. Because the reality is beyond the genders. So kindly show me that Vaishnavam Rupam, your Vaishnavam pertaining to Vishnu. Because this is the Vishnu Grantha, Vaishnavam. If it was the Gita Upadesh given by Lord Shiva to Arjuna, then he would have said, Tava Shaivam Rupam, He Purushottama. Now he said like that, can you show me? Then he realized, am I asking too many things? He became aware. Many times, we go and ask. Like, one day somebody came to Bombay, to my place, and I got quite a good collection of books. Swamiji, do you have that book? I said, yes. Can you lend it to me? I said, yes, but try to return. Normally, books have got only one way wall. It goes, it doesn't come back. I said, my library is not developed like that. So, okay. And do you have that book? I said, yes, I have. Can I borrow? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said, now your library should be complete at home. No, Swamiji, do you think I am going to correct the books? I said, if you are not collecting the books, then read first, return it, then take the second one. So you are asking so many books, but are you having time? Are you ready to spend that much time and reading so many books? And the books which you are asking, they are not ordinary cheap novels. They are very deep books on deep involvement. So here Arjuna has realized that I am asking, that I want to see that divine form of yours. Suddenly he said, I may want, but am I capable? And therefore he says, Yadi manyase yadi tat shakyam maya drashtumiti prabho yogeshwara tato me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. Manyase chintayasi. If you think, sir, yadi maya arjunena tat shakyam drashtum. If you think that me, Arjun, is capable of seeing that form. See? All of us have got the limitations of our knowledge. You know that? We don't have the limitation of ignorance. We have got the limitation of knowledge. How we have got limitation of knowledge? Our eyes can see the light. But which light? Up to a particular power. Beyond that, the same bright light becomes a blinding effect. So, we all have the limitation of knowledge. Because our faculties through which we get the knowledge, they are limited, they are not infinite. So, Arjuna says, Jadi manyase tat shakyam. If you think that I am able to do that or see that, shakyam drashtum iti prabho he swamin. And he is very smart. What he means, hey Prabhu, that means if I am not able to manage somehow. Because you are Prabhu, you are samartha yukta. So even if I am not able to achieve this, you somehow give me that power and strength so that I can see your divine form. So each and every word in Bhagavad Gita is so pregnant with deep meaning. Manyase chintayasedi yadi maya arjunena tachakyam drashtumiti prabho Swamin Yogeshwara. So you are Prabhu, you are all powerful, and not only powerful, but you know also how to do the things. Therefore, Yogeshwara. So, Yogeshwara, Yogaha Tesham Ishvaraha, Yogeshwaraha, Hey Yogeshwara. So, you are the Ishvara of all the yogis in the world. Yasmad Aham Ativa Arthi Drashtum, because I am extremely longing to see your this divine form. Tataha Tasmat Madartham Darshayatvam Atmanam Avayam. And therefore, please show me your this divine, immutable, unique form, O Lord. Now here, the whole thing takes immediately 180-degree turn. You know, in the first chapter, before war began, it was Bhagwan Krishna who was keen to give this knowledge to Arjuna. Arjuna was not interested at all. Do you know how? Had he been interested, he was 12 years in the forest. Now people leave everything and go to forest so that they can do their sadhana. And he got the opportunity to be in the forest to do the sadhana. And he did sadhana. But for what? Gathering more and more power. During that time only he gathered that Pashupata Astra, which he has never used in his whole life. But he had that. So during that time, when the time was available, everything was there, but he was not available. So Bhagwan thought, see, I have engineered the whole scenario in such a manner that Dhyutam Chalayatam Asmi. I went into that dice and saw that these fellows are defeated, and then they are sent into the forest, and when they will be withdrawn from the whole world, then they will contemplate on the self and discover their essential nature. That is the only purpose of human being. But these Pandavas have deceived me. They did not do that. Now what is to be done? So he thought, let me try now. And then when the war came and he was told, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Sthapayame Achyuta, Hey Achyuta, hey unfailing one, kindly take the chariot between the two armies. And there Bhagavan said, now where will you run away? And he brought the chariot in front of Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya. And it was the wonderful treatment. What could not be achieved in the forest was achieved on the battlefield. Now see what is the difference. Although this is off the track but very important topic. See, when we react in this world and withdraw out of reaction, we get more entangled in the world. Like Arjuna did. He had the opportunity to be in the forest, spend time in contemplation. No. Why? Because his withdrawal to the forest from the worldly activities was on account of a reaction. Therefore, the vengeance and the fire of revenge was raving in him. He couldn't do that. In the same manner, when we are withdrawing from this world as a reaction, we can never become spiritual seekers. We become reactionary, revolutionary. And spiritual life is not revolution, it is evolution. It is not revolution. So Bhagavan thought, now what is the best way to be done? So he created not the external situation, but the internal situation. And the internal situation is, now he was reacting with himself, not with the Kauravas. And what is the reaction with himself? Reaction with himself is that katham bhishmam aham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana swajanam hi katham hatva sukhina syama madhava. And when one comes on this crossroad of life as to what is to be done, what is not to be done, that time we definitely seek guidance from someone whom we consider as wise. And Arjuna had this benefit that Bhagavan Sri Krishna was in front of him on the battlefield. And therefore, Bhagavan has created the whole situation because he was wanting to tell the wisdom to Arjuna. But Arjuna is not ready to listen. He said, okay, I'll create such a situation that you will have to listen to me. This is the Avadhuti approach. I think I told you the other day, there are two approaches of teaching. One is the Acharya approach, what we are doing to you. And second is Avadhuti approach sometimes. And what is the Avadhuti approach? When the Acharya approach does not work, then the Avadhuti approach takes. What is the Acharya approach? You are told with logic, reason, and in a decent manner, then we don't listen. So, that Acharya approach is the Shankar in the hand of Lord Narayana. So, Acharya speaks, Shankar. Sham means good, Kha means space. So, the Acharya tells us for our benefit. We don't listen. Then Avadhuti approach comes. You will see all the Avadhutas, they used to have a danda in their hand. Shirdi Sai having a danda in the hand. Some Mahatmas throw stones like that. And they create such a situation that you cannot run away from the situation. And you have to learn. So the Lord created this situation for Arjuna. And therefore, he has to learn to the whole Bhagavad Gita. Now you know the tragedy of listening Bhagavad Gita. If you don't study Gita, if you are not studied, people accept you because you are like one of them. But once you have studied and you become a Babaji and become angry and shout and suspect and speak ill of others, then what is the comment? No, don't say like that. She has studied in Bhagavad Gita. Same thing is told in Bhagavad Gita. So we get more angry about it. No, you don't have to teach. Oh no. See? Therefore, it is easier to carry the load of ignorance than to carry the load of knowledge. So here, Bhagavan was so keen to show to Arjuna his Vishwarup. He was just waiting for Arjuna to say. So when he said, Yogeshwara tato me tvam darshayam atmanam avayam, the moment he said, without even 1 second in between, Bhagavan says, Evam choditaha Arjunena Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pashya me partha rupani Shatashotha sahasrashaha Nana vidhani divyani Nana varna kruti nicha Evam choditaha Arjunena, thus having asked by Arjun, Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, what he said, Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatasotha Sahasrashaha. Hey Partha, hey Arjun, Pashyame Rupani. See my forms that you are desirous of seeing. And how they are? Shatashaha, Atha Sahasrashaha, Anekashaha ityartaha. They are not one or two, they are in millions. Anekashaha. Tanicha Nana Vidhani. And they are of various kinds. It's not the same thing repeated 100 times, no. They are different types, so many of them. Nana Anek Prakarani Divi Bhavani Divyani. And they are the divine manifestations as well as the Aprakrutani, not created in this world which you are seeing, you know about it. Similarly, Nana Varna Akruti Nicha. So Nana Vilakshana Nila Pitadi Prakara Varnaha Tata Akrutayaha Avayav Samsthana Visheshaha Isham Rupanam Tani Nana Varnakruti Nicha. So you see many different things, not in hundreds or thousands, but in millions. And they are not belonging to this world alone, but they also belong to the other world. And the wonderful colors, wonderful forms, which can't you even imagine. See them. Continuing this thought. Pashyadityan vasun rudran. Ashvinau marutastatha. Bahunya drishta purvani. Pashyascharyaani Bharata. Now in this verse, Bhagavan Sri Krishna gives the 33 types of gods. What is wrongly translated in the local languages as 33 crores. So they are not crores but types. Which are those? Pashya Adityan, see the Aditya, Dvadasha Aditya, 12 of them. Then Vasun, so Pashya Adityan Dvadasha, Vasun Ashtau, 8 of them. So how many? 12 plus 8? 20. Then Rudran Ekadasha, how many? 31. And Dvau Ashvinau, 33. So these are the 33 gods who are supporting the total creation. And then there are subordinates also, but they are not included in the category of gods. And they are Marutaha. Yesterday I told you the story, the 49 Marutas. So this Indra has cut the Garbha of the Diti into Aditi, into the 7 of them. And yet they don't die. So again he made 777. They become 49. And yet didn't die. So Indra was thinking, what is happening? And meanwhile, the delivery took place. So Aditi says, Arey, I have asked for one. We are from 50 of them have come. One I can accept. But what about the 49? Then Indra tells that these are the Marudganas, 49 of them. Actually it was only one, but has become 49 because I have cut. So, Sapta Gana Marutaha Tan Tatha Bahuni Anyani Api Adrushta Purvani Manushya Loke Tvaya Annena Va Kenajit Pashya Ascharyani Adbhutani Bharata. And not only these basic principles of creation, but also Bahuni Anyani Api, many, much more, which are Adrushta Purvani Manushya Loke Tvaya Annena Va, which neither you have seen nor anybody has seen in this world, that Pashya Ascharyani Adbhutani, see all the wonder of all wonders. And Ascharyani Adbhutani, Adbhuta, Bhuta means which has happened in the past. Adbhuta, which has never happened in the past. Therefore Ascharya. When we see something for the first time, we are so surprised. How this happens? In the same manner, you see all the wonders of this world in me. Na kevalam etavadeva, not only this, but continuing further, ihaikastham jagat krishnam pashyadya sacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha yachanyaddrashtumichhasi. Iha ekastham, ekasmin sthitam, krishnam jagat, the total world, samastam jagat, pashya adya idanim. Right now you see the whole world together in one, that is me. Idanim sacharacharam, saha charena acharena cha vartamanam. Whether the animate or the inanimate world, kindly see in me, mama dehe, in my deha, he gudakesha, yaccha anyat, jaya parajayadi yat shankase, yadvajayama yadivano jayayu, iti yad avochaha, tadapi drashtum yadichhasi. So, ihaikastam jagat krishnam pasyadya sacharacharam. Now you will see in me everything, the animate and the inanimate, or the objective and the subjective. The total duality you can see in me, and not only that, you will see them simultaneously. That means you will see beyond the limitation of time. So, and further, yaccha anyat drashtumichhasi. And you always had a doubt in your mind, isn't it? Jadva jayama yadivano jayayu. Whether we should win or we should allow them to win, what should be done, this thing, that thing. Don't have any doubt. Everything you can see right away. Therefore, in this chapter only Bhagavan will say that Arjun, I have already killed them in anticipation. Now what you are seeing them is only the pre-death condition. They are all in coma, according to me. Any moment they will collapse. But you are not able to see them, because you are not having that understanding. Therefore, what you should do? Nimitta matra bhava savyasachit. You kill them and get a credit. So, yaccha anyat drashtum ichhasi, whatever you desire to see, that you see. After having said all these things, then Bhagavan realized, oh, why Arjuna is not showing any ascharya on his face? He is only looking like a dumb. What is the reason? Then Bhagavan realized, I had done a mistake, it is not his fault. Why? He cannot see with his charma chakshu. And therefore Bhagavan says, Natumam shakyase drashtum anenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram natumam shakyase drashtum anenaiva svachakshusha natumam vishwarupadharam. The one who is the beholder of or the wielder of this total whole world, Vishwarupadharam shakyase drashtum anena eva prakrutena svachakshusha swakiyena chakshusha yena tu shakyase drashtum divyena tad divyam dadami te tubhyam. By your these ordinary eyes, you will never be able to see what I am showing you. And therefore, although I am showing you, you are simply looking but not seeing. Therefore, what Bhagavan does, he gives him Rutambhara Prajna. See? Divyam dadami te chakshu. And therefore, Divyam dadami te tubhyam chakshuhu tena pashyame yogamaishwaram ishwarasya mama ishwaram yoga shakti atishayam ityartaha. So now I shall give you the divine vision. Now what is the divine vision? That divine vision I give you. And by that divine vision, what you should see? Bhagavan Shankara's commentary, Yogam Aishwaram. Yogam Aishwaram is what? Ishwarasya mama Aishwaram Yogam. Yoga Shakti Atishayam Ityartaha. Therefore, Yogeshwara Krishnaha, the ultimate in the Yoga Shakti, is in me, that you can see totally by the divine vision that I give you. So what is the difference between the ordinary vision and the divine vision? Now see the difference. Ordinary vision is conditioned by time, space and object. For example, vision means not only what is seen by the eyes, but all the five sense organs. So our eyes can see only where we are and up to a particular limit. If, for example, you can see only what is in front of your eyes, but you cannot see what is beyond the wall. So that is the limitation of our eyes. And the same thing, what is behind your eyes, the other side of the hall, that you cannot see. So this is the limitation of the eye. First. Second thing, what we can see is only now. We cannot see the future. We cannot see the past. You know, there many yogis have got these powers. They can see our past and the future. And therefore, here, Divya Drishti means that vision which is not conditioned by the time. Now, this example I'll give you, probably I have given you. When somebody is at the base of the roof, building, a multi-storied building, and then he is seeing around, so his vision will have, let us say, x1 radius area included in his vision. Up to what length his vision can go, only that much he can see. But as you start climbing up in that multi-storied building, and suppose you are at 2-3 levels. So as you go on going above or up and up, the radius of your vision goes on increasing. Now as a result, what is the future for a person who is at the base of the building, that becomes the present for a person who is on the top of the building, is it not? Because for him the limitation of space is gone. Because at the base he can see only up to a particular distance. When he has gone up, when the limitation of space has gone, limitation of time has also gone. So what was going to be seen by the person at the base, after travelling the distance, after 1 hour, that is seen by the person on the top right now. Therefore, the ordinary vision means that vision where the limitation of Desha Kala Vastu is seen. And Divyam Didamite Chakshuhu. So I shall give you the Divya Chakshu. And what is the Divya Chakshu? He is Rutam Bhara Prajna. Rutam, the truth. Bhara, Bharanat Poshanat. I give you that vision, intuitive vision, by which you will be able to see all what I am talking to you, all what I am showing to you. Therefore, the Divya Chakshu should be clearly understood. It is the vision of understanding. It is not only a vision of gross eyes. Now it is something like this. The principle of relativity or the law of gravity, all these subtle things can never be understood by the gross people. For example, with our present vision, when you look around, our experience is very clear, and that was the biblical experience. earth is flat and the sun is moving around the earth. Anybody, whether Aristotle or Aristotle, kill him. Because he is going against the declaration of the Bible. Isn't it? So that was the Charma Chakshu. What is the Divya Chakshu? When we came to know that earth is round and it is moving around the sun, therefore the movement of the earth is superimposed on the sun, and therefore there is an illusion of the sunset and sunrise. Now after having known this, yet our experience continues to be that the earth is flat and the sun is rising and setting. Now out of these two visions, if we are obsessed with the first vision, it is the Charma Chakshu. It is the ignorant vision. And when we rise above the ignorant vision, then we come to know, yes, what is seen need not be what is. Therefore, what is seen can be truth, can be illusion. But in the truth, there is no illusion. So this understanding is called as Divyam Dadamite Chakshuhu. So unless this Divya Drishti takes place, we will never be able to appreciate the divinity. And this vision is given everywhere in our scriptures. For example, if you take our Upanishad, Ishavasymidam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat, this is the vision given. Everything is permeated in this whole world by the one reality. Atma vaidameva grahasit nanyan kinchad mishad. In the beginning only the absolute reality alone was. Nothing else. So when we are thus able to train ourselves, so what is the Divya Drishti? Divya Drishti is the vision of understanding. That is Divya Drishti. Now see the most important thing. We have seen in our Yoga Shastra, fortunately very recently, that there are different types of samapattis, isn't it? Maybe. Now, because of these samapattis, the different types of sankalpas, etc. take place, or various experiences take place. And when we want to remove all of them, the antaraya, obstacles, sthana, nidra, avirati, etc., as well as the sahabhuvaha, vikshepaha, so that you do the sadhana, we were told. And then a question was asked, that is it done only by this way or there is any other way? Yes, what is that other way? Ishvara pranidhanadva. Now this is the second way which is mentioned over here. Ishvara pranidhanadva. Because Arjuna has surrendered before the Lord. And what was the surrender? With all humility and sincerity he said, Manyasi yadi tat shakyam maya drashtumiti prabho. He didn't have the arrogance. What he had in the first chapter. He was arguing that is it wise to kill our own near and dear? Oh, you are asking the Lord. Because he doesn't know. See? And therefore, here Arjuna has now pranidhana. He has totally surrendered. In the second chapter also he says that Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. I am the disciple, kindly instruct. Here also with all humility he says, I may want, but am I capable of? So that adhikara is also given by the Lord. And therefore here Bhagavan uses the word that Divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyami yogamaishwaram, meaning Arjun, now you will understand the sutra Ishvara pranidhanadva. Till this moment you are not able to see anything. And now onwards you will understand everything. See? What is that? Suddenly it has happened. Very, very important. There is one, even story comes in one book. It's called as Guru Charitra. This is respected, revered and read by the followers of Bhagavan Dattatreya. And in that there is one story. And the story is that there were this great Mahatma. He is a great Vedanti, established in the truth, a great yogi, everything in him, complete in itself. So, the Pandits of that particular place, they came to have Shastrartha with him. You have to face the Shastrartha or give up your sannyas. So this Mahatma looked after him. He said, I cannot talk to you, I know nothing, but this shepherd will be able to talk to you. How insulting it is. That Pandits have come to do Shastrartha with this Swami. He said, I can do nothing, but the shepherd will be able to answer your questions. They got so angry. This is not, no, wait. And then he told the shepherd who was looking after the sheep. He said, hey. Then he started talking to him in the local language. Earlier he was talking to the Pandits in Sanskrit. He said, draw one line with your stick. So the shepherd took his stick and draw one line. Cross it. He came. Then draw another line in front of you. He did that. Cross it. He did like that. He drew 7 lines and came. Then he told those Pandits, now you do the Shastrartha with him. And the Pandits started asking him questions. And he started giving them all the quotations from the scriptures. Everything. And all their arrogance, everything was shattered. That the ordinary shepherd, he has made us dumb. And after all that was over, the wife of the shepherd, she became most miserable. Because when he defeated those Pandits, the Pandit came to his feet. He is in the same shepherd dress. External, nothing has changed. And when the Pandits came and touched his feet and all that, then this wife of the shepherd became very alert. What a Mahapap! This Brahmana Devata who are to be worshipped by us, the shepherds, they are coming and touching the feet of my husband. We will go to hell. Oh Lord, protect. And then she comes to this Mahatma. Why you have spoiled my husband? He was such a nice. He was looking after the sheep. Now who will look after? Please return my husband. I don't want this funny thing what Jadoo you have done to him. See? And then that Mahatma says, okay, those lines that you have drawn, good. Go one by one line back. And he goes back the 7 lines. Now after he goes back, again the same person. Then he comes and does namaskar to all those Brahmins who have touched his feet. Ishvara pranidhanadva. Therefore, this Divya Drishti is just the will of God. Yamai Vaisha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha Tasyaisha Atma Vivrunute Tanum Swam. We will read this mantra in our Mundaka Upanishad. That when the Lord wants, He reveals His own glory to the devotee. And here is the best example. It was the urgency and the need of Bhagavan Krishna to show His divine form to Arjuna. And therefore he said, Divyam dadamite chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. See my power, see my glory, see me in my entirety. Not only what I am telling you to see, but anything that comes to your mind, such as whether you will win the war or not, that also you see in me. So Arjuna saw in that Divya Roop that Krishna sitting on the chariot and Arjuna crying and sitting down and Bhagavan Krishna giving him the Upadesh, Gita Upadesh. and then everything, whatever he just comes, he is seeing there. So he was getting confused whether I am the one who is seeing everything, that me, or the one who is crying and asking Bhagavan Krishna the question. Everything he saw. And when he saw, then what happened? Sanjay reports to his boss, Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya uvacha. Eva muktva tato rajan. Mahayogeshwaro harihi. Darshayamasa parthaya. Paramam rupamaishwaram. Aneka vaktra nayanam. Anekadbhuta darshanam. Aneka divyabharanam. Divyanekodyatayudham. Divyamalyambaradharam. Divyagandhanulepanam. Sarvascharyamayam devam. Anantam vishvato mukham. He Rajan, he Dhritarashtra. Then Bhagavan Krishna showed him Darshayamasa, this divine form. What is the divine form? He starts from verse number 10, 11 and also the 12th. And what is that divine form? We'll see in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.